Okay. The design committee has met and we've decided to go with an aquarium. And here it is. What do you think? It's really big, huh? In our last video, we thought we had this stand perfectly level. We got the tank put on top and we realized there's just a little bit of a gap here. Oh, that's okay. We want the tank to be fully supported. So what we're going to do is remove the tank, unscrew the layers of plywood, and then shim in between the 2x6 and the plywood until the tank is fully supported. I wanted to revisit how the legs of the stand were constructed. Each leg is made out of two 2x4s put together. The outside 2x4 takes the weight of the tank directly to the ground, and the inside 2x4 keeps it all together. And we got the wood for the legs from the studs that we ripped out of the wall. Now it's time to drill the holes for the plumbing. Usually you would do that before putting your tank on the stand, but when my tank arrived I wasn't quite ready yet. This way I was able to just use a marker to trace exactly where the holes should go. I'm using a circular saw to drill the holes for the plumbing. I'll be making the holes plenty big so we can easily access the bulkhead fittings. Always remember your safety gear. Design committee to help me out with the plumbing. Okay, push it down. Okay, now hold it real tight. I remember what crazy things my brother did growing up. And with the closed loop plumbed to the bottom of the tank, could easily break the bottom glass if yanked on hard enough. So I used an extra piece of glass to reinforce the bottom. This is why it's important to check your fittings at every step. We have a bad ball valve. Well, we replaced the leaky ball valve and now have everything running. For the drain line, we went with clear vinyl tubing and included a union fitting so we can remove it without having to cut anything if it needs maintenance. For the returns, we went with two pumps for redundancy, and one of them is running a manifold. And after using a manifold that was all glued together, this time I went with threaded fittings so it'd be easy to add or remove a valve as needed. And then the return lines just go back up to the tank. It's hard to tell because everything is black, but the return lines come up through the overflow and the return nozzles stick through the overflow grill. And we can aim them in any direction we want. And we designed it this way so very little plumbing is seen in the tank. And because it's an open top tank, we also didn't want any plumbing coming over the top. Okay. So here's the closed loop. We have a true union valve on each bulkhead. This is the intake and the output. So here's the output for the closed loop. We got 1 1/4 inch PVC cap and tapped it for 1/2 inch threads. The tap is readily available online. The pump for the closed loop is a variable speed DC pump that will be controlled by my apex.
Repeat your. Go. Yeah.
Say
yeah.
it.
Yeah. See if you can get into. Yeah. There.
And this is why it's important to check your fittings at every step.